it's simple. I'm gonna be straight up and be very straightforward with you guys. Like anything, it needs a lot of it needs attention, right? Um, I mean, the education Epic provides is world class. It's I went through the Epic University. The guy, what you need to be profitable and to be successful in the market is right. It's on the Epic platform. But what a lot of people don't get at the beginning is that you need a lot of chart time. You need chart time um, because different pairs work uh, differently, and different pairs moves at different times uh, in the day, right? So there are three sessions in the market. We have the Asia, we have London and New York, right? So you want to make sure you're trading the right pair at the right time, right? So chart time is required. To be a master of anything, you have to at least spend 10,000 hours, right? At least 10,000 hours. So chart time, analyzing the chart and doing, like Joy was saying, even this demo, you start with that and just pick a few pairs. Don't go on different pairs. I mean, it takes time. It takes time to get that discipline, but pick one or two pairs and just focus on that pair. Over the years, I've come to that point that I've mastered GJ, right? GJ. I understand how she moves and what happens and when she moves and stuff, because I spent I spent a lot of time on that pair. I took a look at that pair every single morning. Like GJ usually moves during London and New York, right? So that's the only time I trade those pairs, GJ, right? So it's important, to focus on one or two pairs and know the sessions, right? Like trading Euro USD in Asia. I mean, you're not going to get a lot of move during that time because it's the wrong session, right? So chart time, pick a pair. And the main thing I learned over the years as well is, we got to have discipline and patience. That's very, very critical in the market. Like I take a few trades in a week. I don't trade, I don't click buy sell every day, because you lose it. Like if you click buy sell every time, there's because I mainly I have a strategy that I've mastered over the years. It's simple, but it requires patience. I have to wait for simple break and retest, and I like to know the overall trend of the market. I don't want to go against the trend, right? So number one, my first step strategy is number one. Okay, I want to know the overall trend of the market. All right, I want to know the overall trend of the market. Because it's important that you know where you are in the market every single time. So if you're catching a retracement, you want to know that. You want to understand that you're catching a retracement. So if you're catching a retracement in the market, it means you don't want to be in the market for long, right? Because you're catching a retracement. You're going against the trend, right? But when you're in the trend, when you're trading the trend, the trend is a friend, right? Then you're gonna be okay all the time. But you just have to be patient. And with something that come to the chart and there's nothing, right? There's no setup. I don't need to take trade every day. I don't need to trade every day. I'm looking for that 1 to 2 trades or 3 trades in a week that I can catch those moves and make my money, right? So number one, it's important to know the trend, know the overall trend of the market. All right. If you don't understand the trend, don't trade. Like, you have to be able to identify that, right? Now, and number 2, which is very, very important, right? Very, very important. Price moves between levels, right, of support and resistance, right? You need to understand, where your support and resistance is based from the higher time frame, right? So your daily, weekly, and 4-hour. Very, very important, right? So it's important to have that marked out, right? Like, if you cannot tell where your support and resistance are on the chart, don't take that trade, right? I mean, but the beautiful thing, if you're new to Forex, the beautiful thing is we have the best of the best traders in the market, in Epic, sending us trades, right? The same trades, just have to copy and paste, right? But again, you need to, when you're copying and pasting, you need to understand, have an idea of, exactly what it is, you're taking, right? Not the whole thing, because, we trust these guys. I trust those guys, they're the best of the best. But you need to know, okay, why are they calling this trade, right? Are they at what point are they in the market, right? It's important, you understand that, right? So support and resistance is very, very important. So if prices are resistance, you don't want to bad resistance, right? Or sell at support, right? You want to bad support and then sell at resistance, right? Now, when price hit the level of resistance, you want to either wait for a rejection, all right, or a break and a retest. But some of this, it takes time, it takes patience, right? Things have to properly align before you enter a trade, right? So now, trend lines, number 3, are also very, very important. It helps you with that directional bias, right? You need to know, even if like, okay, it's an uptrend, all right? You know it's an uptrend. The trend line, it helps you, right? And another tool that I use is the feeds, right? It helps you to know, how far a pair would retrace. That's because the more confirmations you have, the better, right? The more confirmation you have, the better. People ask me all the time, how did you become successful in trading, right? Mostly, I learned from losing. I lost so much, I got fed up of losing. I was just tired of losing, right? Because I didn't have the right information, right? And I didn't devote that chart time. I didn't spend time on the chart and really understand, what's going on in the market, right? I didn't have that. And, everybody, I remember at the beginning, everyone I reached out to, they weren't willing to give me the right information. Everybody just wanted to sell something, right? I asked the question like, okay, it's $1,000, buy this. So I invested a lot in courses, in mentorship, and it got me nowhere, right? Until I found someone that's local in Toronto, does very, very well, and he just told me a few things, and I got it. But even after that, I need to spend time on the chart. Chart time is important. You need discipline. Lot size. Don't, like, people getting to trading, right? I don't want to get rich overnight. Like, you want to, like, for myself, I consider forest investing. All right, I don't, if I don't have to double my account, overnight. Because if you have that mindset, I can guarantee you, you have you're open to losses, right? Because you over leverage at that point. There's a lot of tools that can help you. If you have $1,000 account, $500 account, I'll encourage you to use a lot. Depend on the size of your account, right? Like what I do personally, right? Now, before I enter a trade, all right, I have to be willing to lose something. I know what I'm willing to lose for a gain, right? So if I'm taking a position in the market, and I calculate and say, okay, I want to make $300 in this trade. So how much am I willing to risk, right, to make 300? Am I willing to lose $50 to make 300? Right? You have the problem I see people having time and time again. They're not willing to lose. they're not willing to lose money to make money. All right, it's just an expense, right? I consider it an expense for a gain, right? You have to because if you're willing to lose $20 to make 100, it's no longer risky. You're no longer stressed out when you're in a trade. Even when the trade goes negative, you're not stressed out because you already set your mind. You have to know your risk to reward. You have to know how much you're willing to lose for a gain. If you don't enter a trade, right? Because if you don't know and you go negative, you get stressed out, right? You get stressed out. You're stressed out. So, but when you know what you're willing to lose, you're not stressed out, right? So that's very, very super, super important. Knowing how much you're willing to lose for a reward, for a gain, right? It's super important, right? So that's, I've been in sales. I don't know if Joy mentioned that. I'm an insurance broker as well for the last 21 years, right? So in forex, I make enough, right? I make enough to maintain my lifestyle and live the type of lifestyle that I live, right? So I'm not, like I said, I see forex as investing, all right? You grow your account by 20% a month, 50% a month. Where else can you get that? Like, rather than have $1,000, I want to turn 1,000 to 5,000, right? That's a gambling mindset mentality. You lose that way, guaranteed every time you're gonna lose. All right, but if you have the mindset of, gradually building. I mean, if you have $1,000 in a month, your $1,000 becomes 1,500, 1,600 in a month. That's nice. That's a good return on your money, right? But if you have more capital, you have leverage now, then we're talking, because you can repeat the same thing and make a whole lot more, right? It's a beautiful industry, man. It's like the ability to. That's why Epic is just the best of the best platform I've ever seen, hands down, because you have the ability to develop a lifelong skill set on how to multiply money, like multiply money anytime from your smartphone, anytime. But patience, right? I'm not gonna lie, I lost a lot of money because I was very, very impatient. I was very, very impatient person. But I had to learn that I don't have to trade every day. I don't have to, I'm patient to wait for the right setup, and that's exactly what I taught my son, and hopefully want to be having epic kids soon, right? Yeah. Teach them why they're young, right? Teach them why they're young. Like, he was 9 when he walked up to me and said, "Dad, I want to learn the chart because he sees me on the chart all the time." 9 years old, right? He can analyze it. GJ, he focuses on GJ because I just want him to focus on GJ. Like, that's it. He can analyze GJ from the higher time frames to lower time frames. He knows where to take his entries and how, and he waits on stuff. No rush. It takes discipline. It takes time to develop that habit, right? And I know Joy told me I was going to be calling trades, but I don't. I might show up here and I don't have trade. It's okay, right?
Well, I would say this: we have also on here with us tonight one of the greats. I know she made $5,000 just 2 days ago, right? Big trader. Tokyo Pips is on. She's been on since the beginning. I'm sure she's enjoyed you, Kelvin. I really appreciate you giving us the information. You gave us a trade 2 days ago, gold trade. A bunch of people made money on that trade. Patrick made $60 real quick. People made a lot of money. Tokyo, are you on here?
Yeah, I'm here, Joy. How you doing?
Hi, Coach Tokyo. You all know Tokyo, of course, she's also an incredible trader. Has traded in several companies. And Kelvin, we're not finished with you, so stay on too. I just wanted Tokyo, if you can, I know you've probably heard a lot of things. You probably got a lot of feedback from hearing the things that Kelvin was saying. Any tips for us? And then is it to the point now, is it too early, or do you have any signals for us to try on?
Yeah, I'll look at a signal. Yeah, I can give y'all a few tips real quick. The most important thing is I try to tell people, take your time. You can't rush this. Rome didn't happen in a day. And you becoming a successful lifelong trader is not going to happen in a day. You're going to get out of it what you put in it, right? So I relate a lot to this where people you got to think about like you're a professional athlete. So LeBron James don't just show up, see at the beginning of the season and, hey, I'm ready to go play ball and be successful. In the off season is where champions are made. In the time away from putting the trades in is where successful traders are made. So, like LeBron James, he's got to eat right. He's got to work out. Number one thing is he's got to keep his psychology right. Successful traders, any successful trader will tell you that trading is 90% mindset, psychological, emotional, and 10% technical analysis. So if you can get the 90% right, it's nothing to come in and work your way into the 10%. But what I find is people want to rush the process. They want to rush the process. Take the time, start out small. I know when I first started, my mom was so tired of me watching videos about trading. That's all I did, 24 hours a day for probably 3 months. It is great to put that time in. But I will tell you this, try to do it in 1 hour segments so that you walk away, okay? Think about it like you're eating a sandwich. Take a bite, chew that sandwich, digest it, process it, before you go to the next bite. Nobody can put a whole sandwich in their mouth and chew it and process it and digest it without some problems happening. So the same thing with learning. We try to learn too much at one time. And our brain does not have time to think and get those aha moments. Kelvin.
Oh, Coach, we kind of lost you a little bit. Coach.
Joy, it looks like she's muted.
I don't know how she got muted. What happened? I didn't hit mute. Hold on, let me find Tokyo. Okay, she said calling back and her computer mic went out. She just text message. How many of y'all are getting some value? Like, there's so much value on this here. Like, just to have people of this caliber. Shout out to, I want to thank Tokyo and I want to thank Kelvin. They both trade profitably. And, like Kelvin said, I mean, he's even taught his 11-year-old guys. When you see him on and how he can call these trades at 11 years old, it lets you know that we can do it. And so, talk you back on.
Hey, Joe, can I ask the question while we're waiting?
Yes.
Andrea. So I know we talked about, Kevin was talking about like the market structure and support and resistance. I would like to know, do you use, because we have the 20 pips and dip indicator, do you use any indicators or you just kind of, just stick to the basics?
Yeah, good question. But you know what? I trade pure market structure, right? I don't price action. I might use RSI just to for an additional confirmation because it can be tricky sometimes when you're using the tools, right? You have to trade. I trade off of pure price. The tools is just for additional confirmation. So you have to understand what's going on the chart, right? You have to understand that first, all right? And then RSI for me is what I use. I've used it for years, but it's just for additional confirmations.
All right.
Okay. And so when you say price, like, are you talking about the candlesticks pretty much?
Yes, candlesticks and support and resistance as well, right? Because price moves in between channels. I should have mentioned that. Support and resistance could be in China, right? That's a dynamic support and resistance. It could be just straight lines. You have to understand where, if you're able to mark out like a 4-hour support and resistance, you can't. Basically, if you're patient, you can lose. You would lose, but you're not going to lose money. All right. If you understand, if you trading intraday, if you trading during the day, and you understand, you can mark out on the chart, right, your 4-hour support, resistance and support, and 1-hour resistance and support, right? If you can pin that down, because price is going to move in between that, right? If it breaks, you wait for a retest, right? If it breaks below, you wait for a retest. So it's structure, the higher highs and higher lows for an uptrend, and the lower lows and lower highs for downtrend, right? Which is also break and retest, all right? Break and retest. All right. If you have to be able to identify what is happening every point, right? So if you buy when price reaches a higher low point, all right, which is also a retest of support, right? You have to understand that sequence, right? If you cannot identify that there's some pairs I just play around with. If I find it very difficult at all to identify that, I don't trade. I just, that's why it's very important that you focus on one or two pairs. Very super important. Focus on two pairs, one or two pairs. But it takes discipline because sometimes that fear of missing out. You hop around pairs. I did that for a long time, right? I'm like, I'm gonna focus on this pair, right? And I keep jumping all over the place, right? And trust your own analysis. Develop a strategy, right? And then just focus on that day in and day out. Do the same thing repeatedly, right? Over time, it will work out. It will work out. But identifying those higher highs and higher low points in structure in the market is very, very important. And when structure is broken, you have to understand that. So when price is in an uptrend, how do you know the uptrend has ended? Super important, right? How do you know you're now uptrend? The uptrend move is done, and you're not in a downtrend. So that's as support and resistance is super important. I hope I answered the question.
Yes, thank you, Anne Marie. Always for the vote of confidence and the encouragement. We appreciate you, Kelvin, for being on tonight. Kelvin's got a beautiful wife and of course the son and everything, and she does the business with them. So I want to talk. Are you back on, Coach Tokyo? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so just to capitalize on what it's about practicing over and over and over. And what I tell my students is this: I tell them, you don't practice it until you get it right. You practice it until you don't get it wrong. And so that is key. So many people think, oh, I'm practicing, I got it right. But the very time you think you got it right, it's about practicing until you don't get it wrong. So it's very important if you're a goal-oriented person, you really won't work in the Forex world. You got to become a process-oriented person because you have to follow that process step by step by step. And so for me, I have a 7 or 8 step methodical process I go through. And if I get a maybe or a no out of that step, it's just a no. There's so many pairs we can look at. We don't have to force a trade. You don't have to chase the market. Let the market come to you. And that's the problem. People chase the market. They chase the money. Let the money come to you. Let the setup come to you. It's like just always, think back to sports. Nobody makes that big long pass until that pass is there. They don't try to fit things into bad situations. So that's the key thing in trading Forex. I'm going to continue to try to scan the market while, whoever needs to speak or whatever and look for some trades real quick. I'm an indices person, so you're going to take me out of my comfort zone here to call a basic currency pair, but I'm still good at calling basic pairs. But I just tell people I can't get excited for 100 or 200 pips anymore. So it is hard for me, but I will find something here for everybody. So, but yeah, thank you for having me on, Joy. And I'll continue to look at the market real quick. My other computer, it's brand new, 6 months old, and about 30 minutes into a conversation, the speaker goes out every time. So I just got to get a new speaker. You're on. Right. Thank you.
Thank you. We don't want to disturb you, Coach. Let you get us all together, right? But
yeah, just watch. If I see something, Joy, I'll butt in real quick, and I'm just gonna start my process looking real quick.
Okay, awesome. So For all of y'all that are on here right now, Kelvin, we got builders on here, we got traders on here. But the reason we're starting to do these, and you all can invite prospects so they can get inducted into a trading culture, right? And so this is our product, right? Again, I said this last night. It's just like joining weight loss company, right? You want to be able to have some experience, some knowledge. You want to have some results with your product. I lost 5 pounds with my product, right? This is our product, okay? So we are going to be demoing, experiencing, touching, identifying, putting our hands on our product, because our product is Forex. I know that there are some other platforms that are going to be coming out of the gate. Then I talked to some of our leaders, and there's more coming out of the gate, right? So not just Forex. I know there'll be some other platforms that are going to be coming too. So there's more coming. This is the very beginning, y'all. We're going to have more coming, more ways to make money. Okay, so we're excited. Kelvin, while she's glazing the charts, I'm gonna open up for some questions. If you all are getting some value out of this, right? I want y'all to hold on. Y'all get some value out of this. Drop some tools for me in the comments. If you see some value, right? Drop some tools. Yeah, like this is valuable. Okay. If you have on some pajamas, drop some ones in the comments, right? Only person I see got pajamas on is Keith, right? So Keith might be the winner, okay? Tonight, somebody's still getting $75. I'm going to have to pay out $75 to somebody. If you got some pajamas on and you want to see if you can win some $75, while we're waiting, let me just get a couple of y'all. Show me your pajamas, okay? You got to come on the screen. We got to see what pajamas you got on so I can know who we're PayPaling $75 tonight. Okay, anybody got on pajamas that I can see? Okay, raise your hand if you got pajamas on. I see Lori. Lori, Keith got his. Norvell got pajamas. I might have to pick more than one person. Who else got? I see some people that turn their camera off, try to go put some pajamas on so they can get this $75. I ain't mad at you, right? Right. If you got, okay. All right. So look, somebody gotta pick somebody, right? Let me pick somebody to pick the winner. Tasha. I'm gonna pick Tasha. Tasha. Pick the winner for me. Look at all these people with pajamas on, right? Who has on the best pajamas? Let's put it. Who got the best pajamas on? Keith got pajamas on. I see Lori Carter with pajamas on. Rose Hall, you got on pajamas?
Yeah, green.
Green. All right, she got pajamas on. Everybody.
What about the lady in the pink?
Okay, who's the lady in the pink? Who that?
Yes, right there with the pajamas. Look like she got some light pink bottoms on with some black. Is that Cal?
Ashley.
Her.
Okay, all right. She got a whole getup, and she got the matching animal. Her animal even matching. All right. So is that the winner, Tasha? Come on, anybody else?
I don't see nobody else.
Y'all, who else got on? So my girl had on the cow thing with her cat was matching her. All of that,
oh my goodness.
Right? So,
Yeah.
like she might bring it home. Okay, Ashley, you're gonna have to find me. Are you on my Facebook, Joy Holly? You're gonna have to send me your information for Cash App and PayPal. Ashley is our winner. We're gonna have another winner next week. We probably have 2 or 3 winners. Okay. We're excited. All right. Okay, I can't. Somebody said have on pajama pants. Michelle. Y'all gotta have y'all cameras on. You gotta be standing so I can see y'all. This is a contest. You can't be saying what you got on. We gotta see it. Okay. We gotta see it. All right.
Congratulations, Ashley.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
You're
Send me your
welcome.
information, Ashley. Okay. Next, we're gonna have give it back to open up a couple questions while we're waiting on top. Thank y'all for being on tonight. We're gonna keep this culture going with the trading. I hope everyone is really understanding. As a team, we really want to be a team that trades. Okay, we really want to make sure we don't just want to have a sign-up game and we're building. Okay, we want to be able to fund our trading account with some of our residuals, but we want to lead with our product. We are going to keep creating these platforms, and for the builders, for those of you all who are builders, know that we're going to be providing trading training for your team as a team. Okay, so Anne Marie, we got some great builders on here. Some people do both. Keith Williams, huge builder. Patrick, huge builder. A lot of these people are like right at Founder 5,000. Okay. So while this is going on, okay, Kevin, I'm gonna give it back to you. We're gonna let Kevin take some questions, y'all. Kevin, as y'all hear, is Nigerian, trading in Canada, trades in multiple different platforms, calls gold, calls so many other trades. Kevin and Kelvin, if you can answer a couple questions. Top, you got something?
Hey, Coach, Joy, this is Tokyo.
Okay.
I got a 10 pip trade for y'all.
Okay. Hold on. Can you put it and type it in the chat?
Yeah, I'll drop it there.
Okay. All right, y'all ready? Everybody got their MT4 up. Everybody, you got your MT4 up, and y'all gonna put the trade in. Y'all excited? Like, this is exciting. This like we about to scratch off our lottery ticket, right?
Can we see the screen or no?
I could share a screen if you need me to, Joe. I have it on my desktop.
Well, I think she's gonna type it in the chat for us. Thank God. Thank you so much, Coach, for typing this in for us.
No, I meant the MetaTrader.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, you can share it for us. Thank you, Anne Marie. See, Anne Marie, I need to make you co-host. Okay. Y'all know everybody gonna be copying this after we started it. It's okay though. Y'all know this is the first official live one happening, right? Because everybody gonna be trying to do it now that we're doing it. But that's okay. We're gonna keep setting the trends and raising the bar. Thank you, Tracy, for being on, always supporting us as a team. We appreciate you as well for just being that consistent servant leader for us. All right. Oh, Tokyo just dropped something. AUD, CHF, sell, take profit, use on stop loss. So, okay, here's the thing. For those of Anne-Marie, your co-host, for those of you all who are using, what do you recommend for the newbies? This is something that Marquis asked. What do you recommend for the newbies that they take, Coach, as a lot size for the brand new person?
Okay, so my philosophy is this, Joy. So even though, we're in crisis times here, so outside of indices, my rule of thumb is still 0.01 for every $100 balance, okay? For basic currency pairs, 0.01 for every $100 in balance that you have.
Okay.
Now, my rule of thumb is completely different because I have a massive amount of data that tells me, the largest pullback we've experienced on 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour. I'm just a data person. So for me in indices, I require my people to have an $1,800 account to trade indices for me. So now if you have FX choice, that's a little different. And I use the $150 to $180 per $100 rule. I'm at per 0.01 for every $180 you have. And FX Choice is no longer taking US customers, so they killed us with that right there. And it could just help people that had a lower amount of money to be able to trade indices. So I have another trade that's I think it's about 5 pips. And the problem is we're in the Asian session, so there's no volume. Asian setups. So I can drop some trades like that, guys. I tell my students 1 trade at a time per trade account. I don't care if you got $100,000 in there. My philosophy is still 1 trade at a time per trade account. So I can use the rule of thumb, 0.01 for every $100 that you have. Stop loss, that is clearly, and let me say the reason why I just don't give a stop loss. Everybody's broker is different, right? So I have literally seen the price difference be a couple pips between broker to broker. So for example, if I'm looking at Hugo's Way and I call it and analyze it and give you 1 stop loss, you could be using FX choice. It goes up and hits your stop loss, but it doesn't hit mine. And that's just why I do not give a stop loss. That really, hurts a lot of people. Actually, we're having a lot of language and issues with that, with the signals right now through Epic because everybody's using a different broker.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can't give a trade and say for this broker it's this and this broker is this. Guys, use your common sense. But as long as you're leveraged properly, that's not a big issue. So I'm gonna go back and look for another trade real quick. I did find another one for you guys. Let me go back and I'll continue to look at the charts. And then, in the end, if you want me to drop in indices, if I see one, I will.
Hey Joe, we have some hands raised, so I'm not sure if you're taking Q&A.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, we can. Okay, I'm trying to get my stuff here. I'm doing my putting the trades in. But look, can you Anne Marie? Yeah, we got hands raised. Y'all can answer. Anne Marie, your co-host, you can unmute and add Kelvin, whoever can take questions. I know Tokyo is in the markets with us.
All right, let me see. I'm gonna we have Natalie D who's asking a question. Natalie, I'm gonna unmute you so you can ask your question to one of the educators.
Okay, Tokyo just dropped another signal, family.
Yeah, guys, this one's about 15 pips, I think, depending on your broker. I actually saw it a little bit lower, but just, not knowing, who's trading what broker is a lot of it. So, let's see. Anthony, I look on all time frames. I call basically from all time frames. So I see you was asking me what time frame. So I call all time frames and then I verify support and resistance from both of them. So if you notice, both of these are AUD pairs that I've called. This is the Asian session, so they'll be thriving right now. And for those of you that did not get on my training for the Tokyo Cloud, actually, I will look and see if I see a setup for that. If there's anybody on here that went through my Tokyo Cloud training, drop a 3 in the chat. All right, got you guys. I'll be sure to go through this real quick if I can and see if I see any setups for the Tokyo Cloud. I know so far, the other night, Monday night, I think it was, Josh went 3 for 3 with it. It's a great strategy, guys, to help you newbies be able to trade on your own. Go through the training, simple questions, there is no stop loss, Malachi. So, it's simple questions you ask yourself. The replay is right now, it's actually already on the platform. It's already on the platform. So there's 3 trainings out there. There's the Heikinashi, there's the Tokyo Cloud, and I taught on how news affects the currency market this week. So tomorrow I'm teaching support and resistance. So if it says invalid TP, the move could have already happened. Who is your broker? Make sure you didn't enter something wrong. If it says invalid TP, you had to probably, price might already be there or something. I'm gonna go back on mute and I'm gonna look for a setup on the Tokyo Cloud.
All right. Thank you so much, Tokyo. Thank you so much this is amazing value, y'all. Amazing. So Tokyo's group opens on Friday. It is, I believe, I don't like quoting people's prices, but I think it's $30 a week, if I'm not mistaken. Is it 30 a week?
So let me explain this so people clearly understand what they get, right? Mm-hmm. My group is really not a signal service, okay, because I just don't do that. So I provide a subscription-based service that breaks down, you just think about how the weatherman breaks down the news, minute by minute, day by day. So what I do in my group called FX411 is I break down maybe 3 or 4 setups for the week. And as the week moves, my expertise is to look and see how the news is affecting the market. How is it going to change what pairs that you see playing out for the week, right? So this is like a blog, really, in the setups are in there. And in addition to that, you get the free trades. So the trades are free, but you're paying for the subscription type news service is what you get. And the trades are free. Monday, I gave out 7,200 pips Monday. 7,200 pips Monday. So it is $30 a week. I hope I would like to, get to the point that I could do it like really live, because you can really talk about this stuff, and people don't realize just how much the news affects stuff. So just like you have, NFL Sunday, and you have the experts get up there and talk about, well, this is going to change, that's going to change. Same thing with currency. Hey, there's an event that's happened, or let's say I trade indices a lot. Listen, guys, IBM is coming out with their quarterly reports. I think it's going to affect the market like this, and so you need to be leery on X day because of this. So it's a 24-hour around the clock kind of news service kind of thing for currency. So it opens up Friday at 6 p.m., closes Saturday at 6 p.m. So
all right. I will be getting in the
Tayana says already in profit.
Marquis said all in profit. I'm gonna be in this group. You all, we appreciate Tokyo. I talk to go a period. Everybody said dropping it. We will be supporting your group, Tokyo. Let's go. I will be paying for a couple for one of our African leaders to get in as well. We definitely, how do we join the group? Tokyo will give us, and Marquis says bag season. All right. Yeah. Yo, talk with these signals. All right, we will be getting in the group. Tokyo, I know probably a lot of people going to be getting with you about this group. Somebody put my bills I paid.
Yeah, right, guys. So it's so easy. It is so easy, let's disclaimer, right?
Right.
Disclaimer, past profits don't guarantee future results. But just on a minimum trade account balance, most of my team is doing minimum $300 a day. Minimum $300 a day. And that's with a low account.
All right, y'all. All right, so we about to take this up a notch. Talk the GOAT. Shout out to Kelvin for getting us started off. I don't keep logging me out. Rose Hall says her MT4 keeps logging her out. Authorization failed. All right, y'all. So all right, so I don't know. I'm not gonna, this like church, right? You go to church, you have a high service. After the service is over, it's people that just want to linger. They have questions. They just want to sit and stay in a great environment. So we just gonna let the flow happen. Let Tokyo keep doing her thing. And up, Pat said he's up $5. All right. Anybody else up?
It looks like it's about to go in profit. Her first one, the AUDCHF.
Marquis, where you at? Where you at, Marquis? What you up? Up? Somebody said I'm up $17.
Let me see. Yeah, it depends on the lot size you're putting in.
Yeah.
I have a small lot size on my account.
Marquis, what you up?
I'm up 25 on one, $10 on the other one. That was with a small lot size. I ain't gonna tell you my regular account. I don't even want to tell you that one.
How much you? No. We on here. How much you up?
On my private account?
Yeah.
$241.
Wow.
And $64 on the other one.
Awesome. All right.
Drop that Cash App, Toke. I gotta buy you something this week.
Yeah, you guys. Toke the GOAT. She's dropping some nuggets.
Yeah.
It's Tokyo Pip, so we call her Toke. So T-O-K, Toke the GOAT.
Toke the GOAT. So we're gonna be in that group on Friday.
Hey guys, if you will, if it's cool, Joy, if they want to let me share the screen, I can give them one real quick for the Tokyo Cloud, and I'll just step over it real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, let me stop sharing, Toke. Hold on 1 second. Oops. How do you stop? Hold on, I'm doing the wrong thing. Stop. All right, go ahead.
All right, hold on.
Oh, Joy, you have to make her co-host.
Yes, she was before. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Got disconnected. Okay, Tokyo. Hold on. Okay, hold on. So, okay, there we go.
Yeah, I still can't share.
Oh, there you go. So, you got it?
Hey, Joy, it's a comment in the chat. Somebody said we are not hitting big with small lot sizes. Listen, that's a misconception. Any profit, you're hitting big. This is definitely a marathon. It's not a race. So in order to build that account up, you have to start with those small lot sizes. So just because somebody has a success of in profit a couple $100 and you're up $5, as long as you're not in a negative, that's always a win for you. So just keep that in mind.
Somebody just say you do not
Okay,
want
most definitely. Yeah, so guys, I want y'all to think about it like this. It's not about winning the race, it's about finishing the race. Okay? In Forex, it's about winning more than you lose and having the greatest reward for the least possible risk. The greatest reward for the least possible risk. You will hear people say, if a Forex trader is at 51%, he's a successful trader. You're going to hear that a lot. But I will tell you this, that it doesn't, I started out making 11 cents a trade. I started out making, $1 a trade. You got to crawl before you walk, and you got to walk before you run. Your money, your earnings depends on what you put in. So because someone else can risk more than what you can risk, you can't fault anyone for that. Just know it's about a successful wins over and over and over and over. I trade just like my students and my team trade. I trade with them. Do I have a big account? Yes, I do. Can I do $20,000, $30,000 in a day? Yes, I do. But that seems very unrealistic for people that I'm trying to teach the skill to. So guess what? I trade just like they do. I open a $1,500 account and I trade right beside them, because then it seems more like reality. It's not like some, far-fetched, thing that just happens to a few people in life. But you need to just focus on finishing the race, not winning the race, but finishing it. You want to go for the singles and the doubles. Think about you playing baseball, the singles and the doubles and the triples. Quit going for the home run. Quit going for the $1,500 trade right out the gate. You need several small, multiple wins. Because guess what? I'll take my trades any day that I successfully win over and over and over at $25, $50, $100 versus that trader that gets up there and goes for that one big trade for the week and makes $1,000. because those come few and far between. So you just need to go for the, repetitious over and over and over successful small gains. Because, like I said, it's not about winning the race, it's about finishing the race. Let me see if we see another setup. Generally, if this happens true on some of the G pairs, it'll happen true on all of them, but that's not true in this case. So let me look at one more. These exotics, they would have a fit because they would draw them down so bad. Let's see. Is there any questions in the chat? I can't see the chat and do this at the same time, so. Guys, I don't trade like this normally. All this jumbo stuff that you see on this chart, I just did this for the Tokyo Cloud because my charts are very simple, very, very, very simple. I don't believe in when I look at it getting scared, like, what's that? That's a monster. I don't even know what I'm seeing. But this is the cloud, so I'm just going through my little setup real quick to see if I could give y'all one more, but I really don't see anything else here. So I'll give host back and maybe I can look at something else real quick. But I know you're probably about ready to call it up.
Hi, Coach Tokyo. My name is Frequency. I have a question for you about the all cat trade. Does that actually have the potential to be 96 pips?
No, it could be a typo. Let me look. Is there a typo there?
No, not because of the stop loss that you put. I was just looking at the trade and it looks like it's a huge fair value gap. And if you trade it all the way down to the 4-hour order block, it looks like it's about 96 pips.
Yeah, you saw the all CAD. Let's see. Let me get back on my main screen. Yeah, I didn't want to give any big, take profits on here not knowing, but let's see. Actually, I liked it initially when I saw 93.25 and then without going real deep in analysis. So let me look. Let me get to a naked chart because that's ultimately where I make my decisions from. Is I don't want any other bias, So actually, I could see it to 93.20, 25 range. Just not knowing because I haven't looked to see, if there is news, all those kind of things. I know CAD has some news coming up, I think. Was it today or is it tomorrow AM? So without looking, really further into the market, but I know y'all are probably seeing this move right here. So let's see if I can still go back and share my screen and see. So is this what you're seeing, this move way down here to the bottom? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. I think, are you on a 4-hour?
Okay, so I went to the 1 hour and I stopped right there because I trade Heikin-Ashi, okay? So I'm not on a Japanese candlestick. So actually, I like really to look at it at 1 hour. So right here is where we are right now. And, I could see it coming to the 93.25 easy. Just not knowing, is there news tomorrow in the morning? But, this is a good little area right here that I feel like it's going to come to tonight. But literally, that is that is a possibility there. If you notice, the thing has been falling for some time, and now it's It's pulled up. So I think it does have to come back down. And I really do. If it breaks through this here, where I called it earlier, you could clearly see this nice drop.
Thank you.
And that was a really good catch there. So pat yourself on the back for that. I don't know how long you've been in the trading, but that was a good eye to see that. I just know myself, I wouldn't call a move like that on a pips and pajamas or whatever, because people would find my telegram the first time it pulled back 15 pips. And I get messages, oh, I'm negative $7.13. And they're about to have a heart attack, and I might be negative 3,000. So, they'll find you in Telegram. I had a lady wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning one time because she was negative $42 in her demo account. So she called me in Telegram. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, that was a good catch there. So this, I don't know, how other people feel about it, but really, if it breaks this level right here, guys, it's got to come on down here. So that would be a beautiful move. And this is just on the 1 hour, me looking. I can go on up to the 4, but it's still the same picture. You're still getting the same number.
Hey, Toke, there's a few questions. I know you said you couldn't see the chat. So somebody's asking, do you use TradingView for your charts?
No, I don't.
Okay. Next one is somebody's asking, how long have you been trading, and do you only trade currency?
Okay, so I've been trading almost 5 years, 4 years plus, and I don't just trade currency. No. Now I do trade Tesla quite a bit. When I see the move, I haven't traded Tesla since the split. So just waiting for the settling from the split before I make that decision. But stocks can crash, and I'm just not, fond of the crashing. I know currency will never crash because that's what it's going to take for the world to go, round and exist. So that's just my thought.
Okay, another question is from Galaxy Notes. Is it a chance it will retract off of that minor support?
I hate to even make these kind of calls and decisions. Let me look real quick at Forex Factory and see if I remember CAD, or I'm almost positive CAD had news either today or tomorrow. So let this come in. But, it just clearly depends on the buyers and the sellers. So today is Wednesday. So CAD had news this AM. So let me make sure. Yeah, I don't see news that really should affect it, but just look for it most definitely. Somebody asked the question.
Okay, so
CAD had news 8:30 Eastern. Oops, it was this morning. Correct. So yeah, just hold on a second. If it breaks this, I would make sure it clearly broke it, right? Not no 5 minute, 15 minute. I would give it at least 2 1 hour candles to break through and evaluate it before you really thought that it would go on and make that happen. Okay. Okay, doing so.
Oh, okay, hold on. I think we lost our coach, but she has been good to us tonight. We're gonna get this group. Everyone who wants to get into her group, remember it's Friday at 6 o'clock. Please mute yourself, please. Everyone, please make sure you're muted. I just felt it was fair to give her the opportunity. I told her so that we can she can open her group to us. So, all right, you all. I don't want to, I don't know if we lost.
I'm here.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
here, Joy.
Okay. I'm gonna let you close out, Tokyo. I don't have anything else. Thank you all. The young lady who won the money, make sure I get your information. All right.
Yeah, guys, be sure just stay at it. Never give up. If you fall down, get back up. Dust yourself off, man. If I would have stopped at $50,000 in blown accounts, I wouldn't be where I am today. And bought experience is the best experience. Always remember proper risk management. If you're leveraged properly, you don't have any issues, any problems, any concerns. Stay in the charts. You got to put the work in. You're not gonna get. You're not gonna. If you don't put it in, you're just not gonna get it. Stay in the trainings. The university is wonderful. I set an allotted time out, when I was trying to learn X hours a day or whatever. And your mindset is what you really have to work on. You really have to work on your mindset and your patience. I tell people, if I could teach patience and it worked, or if I could bottle patience in a bottle and sell it, I would be a trillionaire, because that's just one thing you can't sell, it's patience. You got to take those losses. You're never gonna get to success without the losses. It's like telling a child a stove is hot, and you tell them over and over and over, they're never gonna respect that stove eye until they touch it and get burned. So till you blow an account, you never gonna. I'm just being real with y'all guys. I'm very transparent. So stay with it. Put your time in. Don't try to do this in one day, one night. My class is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. I will be teaching support and resistance. Guys, I tell it, don't be offended by the way I say this. I teach Forex for dummies, okay? So I dummy it down. I give you meat and potatoes, and I take all the filler out. So you're going to get nothing but raw material from me, and it's going to be broken way down for you. Very simplistic, okay? So I appreciate you all. Thank you. My classes are actually in the university. Log in, you'll see an area that says honors class. Then it's got Tokyo Pips, and they're right there. So guys, I appreciate it. Hope you make some money tonight. Thank you. You'll see a flyer on my page. It says FX411. All you do is what that flyer tells you to do, and go from there, or reach out to me privately, and we'll get you going Friday, 6 p.m.
Friday, 6 p.m. All right. Who else plans on getting in that class? Drop a one if you're getting in the class. You joining the class. It's $30 a week. Right. Y'all know, shoot, that's Chick-fil-A, right? We're gonna
get it right now, Joy. Don't say class. They'll have me up there in the principal's office now.
Okay, well, not class. I'm sorry, but
it's really like a news blog, guys. It breaks it. It's just an ever evolving moment of keeping you up to date.
Okay. So, all right. Thank you, Top the GOAT. Thank you, Kelvin. Everybody who set up Nigeria team, who is like 3 o'clock in the morning. And so, thank all of you all. Thank all of y'all. All right.
Hey, Joy, quick before we go, if you can hear me, I know she said she does class in the university. Is that in the back office?
Yes, under honors.
Okay. And what about the class that's $35 you said, or something like that?
It's not a class.
On her page. It's not a class. It's an actual her own trading. It's like a blog, trading blog. Sometimes she puts pips in there. I know she
Okay.
said she put out what 7,000 pips or something was in there. So we don't want to make any, but there's a lot of value in the class, different types of value. Just a class for you as a trader. So
Is that on her Facebook page?
she's gonna release it. The class opens on Friday at 6:00. Okay, so you can message her privately or however we want to do it. All of you all that blog, yeah, thank you, Lori. All of you all that are here, thank you, Keith Williams. I think Keith probably starts at 5:00 in the morning, y'all, and he's rolling all day long. So I appreciate you for taking the time and being on this part as well, because he's building heavy, and we want to make sure we keep putting in the holes to give value, because they're moving at the speed of lightning. Thank all of you all for being on. We're gonna be back next week, and we're gonna keep it going. Thank you, Tokyo. We bought Tokyo. You are the GOAT. You are.
Thanks, guys. Hey, also, guys, I got a event coming up in Atlanta, Georgia. Anybody in the Atlanta area, Halloween Day, 4 hours of teaching from me. So it is literally, I'm gonna give some of my secrets of how you beat the markets in indices. I'm gonna give some of my secrets how you beat the indices market, right? And then after Atlanta, October 31st, I have Dallas, November 13th, 14th, or 13th, 14th, one of those days. If the demand is there, I will do a trade house on a Friday, live trade house. Come in the house. Let's trade. If the demand is not there, it'll just be teaching on Saturday. Okay.
All right. Let's try to blow our class up, y'all. Thank you, Keith. You got anything before we get off here?
We added you on Facebook too, Ashley.
Okay. Perfect. Keith Williams, you got anything before we get off?
Amazing information, some great stuff. I'm just excited, Joy. I'm just excited.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Keith don't do a lot of talking, but you put it in the work, right? So thank y'all. All right, you guys. Paid and PJs, I see you on here. All right. Paid and PJ said he'll pack out Dallas for a Talk to Go event. All right, so y'all, here's the thing. We're a team. We're blessed on this team, on our personal team, to have Tokyo. Kelvin is on our personal team as well. Marquis is on. I was blessed to personally sponsor him. Keith Williams, personally sponsored. Patrick, Andrea Gonzales. All these people are on our team, y'all. So we are blessed team. The doctors from Ghana, they said they are just putting their group together. They're about to blow this out. They're starting their group on, I don't know, Emmanuel, you tell me, I think you said on Friday, they're about to start their marathon things that they do over there, y'all. It's a good time to be connected. They're trying to blow Talk up in Ghana and in Nigeria as well. So thank y'all for being on here. Again, we'll be back next week. We stayed on low. I don't want to set a time limit for how long we're going to be on here, but we are blessed to have so much value on this team. Anne Marie, who does a beast at marketing. This is God's doing. Like I couldn't have put this great of a team together. So this is all you all. I appreciate you all. We have the best team in the company, right? I usually try to, Joy tried to take the humble approach, right? The whatever, right? But without, having a lot of things in place, a lot of very top runners, we are the best team, most value, most leaders, biggest builders. We are the best team in this company. So I know that's probably don't sound humble, but I appreciate all of you all. Thank y'all so much. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good evening. Everybody.